Hello and welcome to another week of the Weekly Psychic Review. Yeah, we're doing this from the 13th of January through to the 19th of January. And I just wanted to apologise for last week. I didn't do the review. That was because I was just extremely busy with work and I just didn't get to it. So I'm sorry for anyone out there that missed it, and thank you for your caring messages. The people that sent me messages asking what's going on, just to say thank you for asking if everything was good, and I was completely fine, just very, very busy with work. Okay, so yeah, I hope you've had a good week so far, or last week. And I just want to explain how I do the readings. So I work with my guides and all those in spirit who love me. And what I do is I ask my guides and those in spirit who love me to please come close to give you what you need for the upcoming week, to give you the healing you require. Yeah, throughout the week as well, and remove any blocks or obstacles that may be stopping you to, reaching your highest good throughout the week and having lots of fun doing it. Okay, so just give me a sec. I'll just seal off, tune in, call my guides in, and we'll get straight into the reading. There's a real energy of upheaval here, and quite a few of you, they're saying, have been talking about, the solar eclipses, the astrological sort of alignment that has been occurring. But basically, this is about upheaval. It's about purification. It's about releasing that which does not serve you anymore. And it's really about, basically saying, hey, look at this, this stuff isn't working for you in your life anymore, release this. And they're saying that quite a few people out there are getting caught up in this, feeling the confusion, feeling a little bit ungrounded, feeling a little bit emotional as well, and just having a little bit of a difficult time just sort of with their routine sort of tasks during the week, and having that sort of emotional balance throughout yourself. Now the thing is, whenever a person or basically anything now, it's a global thing, goes through a shift like this, what occurs is there's an upheaval. So there's this stuff coming up from the inside saying, hey, you need to get rid of this so you can make room for some better stuff to come in. And when that happens, it can sort of knock you out of center a bit. And one thing that always helps with this is they're saying nature. Nature always helps. Things where if you can get to the park, if you can go for a walk along the beach, if you can sit in your backyard, even if you haven't got any of that stuff around you, if you can find a little bit of a quiet space and just sit dead still in your chair, it might just be like this, to just sit completely still and just imagine yourself, on the beach or having trees around you, that sort of thing. Now, the other thing that helps quite a lot is grounding. Now, they're saying that, quite a lot of people don't ground, and it's an actually very easy technique. It's very easy, and it really helps for so many different things. Whenever you go through a bit of a change, a bit of a shift, and things are a little bit topsy-turvy, a little bit, sort of disconcerting, doing grounding on a regular basis during the day is actually a very easy but very effective technique to use. So there's lots of different ways to ground. One of the easiest methods that I can tell you very quickly is just by breathing white light into the top of your head, breathing it in your mouth. You're doing this with your eyes closed, visualizing it. You could do it with your eyes open if you want to. Just breathing, breathing in, breathing that into around your belly, into your torso, around here. And then holding for a second, and then breathing out down your legs. Now, I have spoken about this technique before. As you breathe the white light down your legs and out the bottoms of your feet, you actually imagine, see or feel that this white light is penetrating through the bottoms of your feet and right into the ground. And as that's going into the ground, you can actually feel your feet, feel your legs really getting into the soil, sand, whatever you feel comfortable with, and you're really starting to align yourself with the earth. And what this does is it creates more of a stronger foundation. When you've got a stronger foundation, you might be having the same things happening around you, but mentally and emotionally you're going to be a lot more aligned and a lot more sort of clear within yourself. So it's not going to knock you around as much, or possibly at all. So doing grounding intermittently through the day is really good. It's an extremely helpful exercise. So, okay, I'm going to get on with the weekly reading for this week. So just give me a second. What do we got for the start of the week? So the start of the week, yeah, and I keep being pulled out. And they're talking about being pulled out of your feminine, pulled out emotionally, and you know, that kind of discord that's going on. And they're saying there's a lot of stuff around you trying to figure it out. When these things are happening and you're in a state of, you know, sort of upheaval, and they're saying this for the start of the week, in a state of upheaval, and then you're trying to work it out mentally, it's almost like adding fuel to the fire. It's just going to increase that. So, you know, simplify. Really good way of doing it, and this works quite a lot. Simplify. What are you doing right now? What, you know, about being mindful. It's about bringing yourself back to the center, bringing yourself back to those priorities, and observing as well. Observing what's around you, observing what's actually happening, and observing your emotions as well. So, you know, when different emotions come up, it's like, okay, I'm feeling a bit like this, feeling a bit like that, blah, blah, you know, that kind of thing, and not really doing the best you possibly can, because this is quite can be a practice which you get better at over time, and just kind of seeing it for what it is, and not attaching yourself, not attaching any more energy than what is already there. So yeah, sort of bringing yourself back to center and being okay with whatever's happening. Okay, so middle of the week. So the middle of the week, this is about take a breath. They just said, so take a breath, you know. So often in life and during this week as well, you know, we get so caught up in stuff, we get so caught up in what's happening, what we're doing, what we're not doing, what other people are doing, all this kind of thing. You know, just take a breath, you know. Really easy, and it really is exactly that, just take a breath. Sometimes you just need to take a breath and just sort of, they're saying, just let it go as well, you know. And this too, it's that thing about just going, okay, this is happening, I'm going to bring myself back to center, I'm going to take a few deep breaths, and then I'm going to do what I need to do. So, all right, coming up to the end of the week. So it's funny, like, as I can feel us coming into the end of the week. So this is more about, like, you know, when sometimes you get caught up in a sort of cycle of thinking or emotions or this stuff happening, and then it starts to ease off. It's almost like you bring it back to yourself. So they're saying, you know, this is about understanding and realizing that that energy is going to start to, you know, subside. And as it starts to subside, you know, allow it to run its course. You know, this is like everything. What goes up must come down. What goes down must come up. So this is about sort of understanding and sort of bringing yourself back to that sort of thing, and not sort of questioning about, oh, you know, should I be feeling better, or am I feeling better, or what's going on here. It's just about going with it and being a bit more aware of your own needs, your own wants. And they're saying, yeah, this is about bringing you back to self as well. So, you know, when this stuff's going on, they're saying this is for the end of the week, but it's kind of for the whole week. And it's actually telling me for the whole month, actually. It's that thing that there's so much you know, sort of energy going out. Oh, you know, I've got to try and sort this, and I've got to be here for these people, and I've got to do this, and I've got to do that, and I've got to do all that. You know, looking out, they're saying being your brother's keeper or your sister's keeper is a beautiful thing. But when you're trying to be there for other people in an unbalanced state, what you're going to be bringing to that sort of situation or that experience, or you trying to help, is a bit of an unbalanced energy. So, you know, one of the best things you can do is to bring yourself back to a place where, you know, you're feeling a bit better, you're feeling a bit calmer, you're feeling a little bit more centered, and then, you know, help people around you. But it's that thing, they're saying, don't worry. You don't have to worry about everyone around you. Everyone's worrying about everyone else, you know, and it just creates this confusion, this gunk, you know, kind of thing. So it's about start cutting the cord, man. Start cutting the line. Think about, you know, how you're going to be your best self, and then you can model that to other people. And then when you go to help other people, you're going to be modeling that just by doing it. You're not even going to be saying or anything, just by osmosis. You're going to be creating a really beautiful energy around you, a very beautiful calm around you. So, okay, so they're telling me that's the end of the reading for this week. So, yeah, I just want to say thank you very much for joining me. Always really cool to do this. Thank you very much for all your messages, all your feedback, all that kind of thing. Always really enjoy it. Always really like it. If you would like to see me for a reading or a healing or anything, at all. I do lots of different things. Check out my website, davidmjohn.com. I've got lots of information there. I've got my number if you'd like to make an appointment with me. And I'm more than happy to talk to you about your needs if you're not sure about what you might like or what you might need. Okay, so yeah. Have a great week, and I hope this video helps you out for this week, and big love to you all. Okay, see you next week. Bye-bye.